Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Alfred Hitchcock Presents review. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 5, Episode 8, The Blessington Method, starring Henry Jones and Dick York. And if there was ever an average episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, this is it in my opinion. This episode was okay. So we start with Alfred Hitchcock's introduction as always, and he says he has a broken leg from an accident. And that's pretty much it. So this episode starts with a man named J.J. Bunce. He's one of our main characters, and he's just kind of sitting by the water when a fisherman comes up to him. An elderly gentleman starts talking. Bunce doesn't seem too interested in anything that this guy is saying, and eventually he just pushes this elderly gentleman into the water, which is the setup for the rest of our episode. Then we find out that it's 1980, which is the future in this episode, which is kind of interesting. And there's a lot of weird technology, which is kind of interesting. And this JJ wants to come to see a man named Mr. Treadwell. So eventually they start to talk, and Bunce seems to know a lot of personal information about this guy, Treadwell, because of his job where he works, which we'll find out more about very soon. He tells Treadwell that he has a mother-in-law problem. This lady's already kind of elderly, but he says she's estimated to live like over 30 more years, which is a long time, and he suggests that maybe Treadwell wants to get rid of her. Treadwell doesn't seem to be going for this, and he kicks the man out. He seems angry about it. So we go to the next scene in Treadwell's house, and this mother-in-law is yelling. She wants her TV fixed so she can watch the roller derby, I think. Okay, I guess you just gotta kind of go with it. And you can tell she's really annoying Treadwell, who's trying to get ready to eat his dinner, but it seems like he'll have to do this first. So then we go to yet another scene in the house, and Treadwell seems to be getting tense. His mother-in-law must really be getting to him. He kind of gives his wife a hard time, and then he tells his children, who are also in the episode a little bit, that they have to turn their music off. He just seems very annoyed. He says he's going to turn in, go to bed. But then he hears music coming from his mother-in-law's room, and he talks with her. And to be fair, while I think doing her in is definitely extreme, she is a bit on the annoying side, I would say, at least in my opinion. So this kind of gets Treadwell thinking. He has another meeting with Bunce, and he's still reluctant. He's not sure if he wants to go through with this idea, but finally he agrees, and after he makes Bunce a donation, basically Bunce says, I can do it for you on Sunday, which is church day for everyone. That'll be a good time for me to get rid of this elderly lady. So we go to Sunday. Treadway tells his family he's not going to church, he's going fishing. They try and convince him to come with them, but he's not having it. He really wants to go fishing, even though they say it's illegal or something. This was all very strange, some of these rules and regulations in this episode. So anyway, we go to the next scene, and Bunce is pushing this elderly woman around, and she's talking to him. And just like the scene at the beginning of the episode with the elderly fisherman, he doesn't really seem too interested in anything she's saying. And eventually, he throws her wheelchair in the water, and it seems like this elderly lady is a goner. So then we get one last meeting between Bunce and Treadwell, where Bunce tells Treadwell that the deed is done. And as they keep talking, Treadwell seems relieved at first until he figures out that, Bunce's organization might put the same ideas in his children's head, and that Treadwell's children might try to get rid of him in a similar method one day. That's it. Really, kind of an underwhelming ending in my opinion. I expected maybe more of a twist. I thought for sure this plan to get rid of the elderly lady wouldn't work out, but no, it just works out perfectly just like that. This is also one of those episodes that kind of goes for humor, and I didn't find it really that funny, to be honest. Some of the dark humor didn't work that great, but I did find the plot overall interesting, and this is a fast-paced episode. So the Blessington Method, it has solid acting, and it's a watchable episode, and I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. So just an average episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents for me. As always, feel free to leave a comment on if you like this episode or not, and thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.